The purpose of this video is to give you a couple of tips for setting up the lab where the students drop a drop of food coloring into a petri dish that's filled with 3 different temperatures of water. The first tip is that it can take quite a while for the food coloring to mix with the water in the entire petri dish. So what we've done here is we just quick printed off a piece of paper that has some concentric circles drawn on it, and there's a dot in the center of the circles. So then students can add the drop of food coloring right above the dot, and then time how long it takes to reach one of the circles, and that way they don't have to wait for it to fill the entire petri dish. The second tip is for making sure that the food coloring is mixing with the water due to the motion of the water molecules and not the action of adding the drop of food coloring. So in order to do that, you're going to need to use a pipette, which means you'll either have to take off the cap or the little top of the food coloring bottle or use some sort of secondary container. So you'll get a little bit of food coloring in the pipette. And just a note, the smaller the opening at the end of the pipette is, the easier this is to do. And then you'll just gently squeeze the pipette bulb so that a drop of food coloring is forming at the end of the pipette but not falling. And with that drop hanging on the end of the pipette, the students will need to lower the pipette and place the tip of the pipette below the surface of the water. And that will give you a pool of food coloring at the bottom of the petri dish, and then students can time how long it takes for that pool to spread either to one of the edges of the circles or throughout the entire petri dish.